Hello everyone, this is Speculative Cavalier here, and Monday means speculation, and I've even put this on my channel as a beta one. So I'm gonna try to continue on with this, aspect of the channel, where I'll speculate each Monday. And since my connection is a little bit in constraint, I cannot upload any other video after this. But just give me 1 week or 2 weeks from now on. After that, like Monday onwards, like there will be a speculation video and there will be a let's play video as well. So just a quick update on that. But apart from that, today I want to do something different. I know the E3 just took got over, and I'm gonna do a after 3 or 4 hours I'll upload a video for all the summaries, the event take place the event that took place, the information they release and stuff like that. So don't worry for that. Today I wanted to speculate about a for fun, like they you know gave us a new game for this year, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And the cornerstone for the seventh generation was the Alolan forms, not the Z moves. To my perspective, they gave us a new story. They said this is gonna be like, how to put this. These Pokemons were normal, and but when they came to Alola, they switched. They evolved into a new style or new evolution to survive in this place. The best example I can give is Alolan Vulpix being fire type in the Kanto region, but when it came to Alola, it needed to survive the coldness of the region that it was, so it became an ice type. So they gave a variance to Pokemons like this, and I want to see. Zemos are okay, cool, and everything. They gave Zemos for every types, and they gave some new Zemos for certain Pokemons for Snorlax. The pulverizing pancakes was amazing and stuff like that. But I want to see some of my favorite Pokemons get an Alolan variant, where they change their type due to the evolution. It's a good thing because a bridge between science and imagination, a little bit of a fictional bridge, which will be awesome. So these are my top five Pokemons that I'm gonna speculate should get a new Alolan form in the coming game of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Number five is Nidoking. So as we remember, in the last year, they also released Gen 1 games for the Virtual Console. So it will be easy for you to use the Pokebank to transfer your Pokemons from Gen 1 to the 3DS. So they released Gen 1 Alolan forms as well. And in that kind of speculation, people missed certain Pokemons that I want to see get a Alolan form. And number five is Nidoking. It's because Nidoking is an amazing Pokemon. It's in one of my Roblox playlist. I've been using that Pokemon for some time now. I haven't switched it out of my team. It's still good, and I have good memories with Nidoking. And it doesn't get the attention that it actually deserves. It's a strong Pokemon, and if they give it a Alolan variant, as you can see in the picture above, that typing would be a little bit more perfect. In my case, even, yeah, I want it to be a fire and poison type because Alola has a lot of volcanoes, so it wanted to survive there, so it became an fire type. So that will be good. So that's pretty much it. Nidoking is not getting more attention, and if they gave it a Alolan version, maybe people will go back to it and maybe play a little bit more of Nidoking, Alolan Nidoking and Nidoqueen, which would be a good thing. Number four, Aerodactyl is one of my favorite fossil Pokemons of all time. There have been like Tyrantrum and stuff like that, but Aerodactyl stood to me like because of the anime itself. Like I remember watching it taunting Charmeleon, and it evolves into Charizard, and they both have an aerial battle with Ash in the mints, and him getting a flamethrower right to his face, thinking that Charizard listened to him first, and those kind of jovial things made me remember Aerodactyl a little bit more when I grew up even. and I saw that Aerodactyl getting a mega evolution, seeming to prove my point that the developers think that it is a famous Pokemon with the fan base too. So if they decide to go with it, because the mega evolutions have been died down, and the Alolan forms and the Zemus are the talk of the town now. So instead of giving us a lot of mega evolutions this time around, if they just gave us a region variant, it'll be a little bit nice. Even the uh, mega evolutions are a little bit darker. So when they evolve into a mega evolved Pokemon, when they become a mega evolved Pokemon, it's like they have dark tendencies. They rip apart their enemies. They don't listen to the trainers and stuff like that. They gave us a lot of negative quirks to make us forget about mega evolutions. Instead of doing that, instead of making Pokemon dark, they can just give us they can make us forget about that by giving us new region variants Pokemon or more Zemus and stuff like that. So that's what they want to do. That's what Nintendo needs to do. So number four, Aerodactyl would be the perfect kind. They need to. They showed like Aerodactyl when it mega evolves, it gets a new spike on its back, which will be like hurting so badly that it freaks out and it don't listen to its trainer. Instead of giving us that dark of a story, they can just make it a new type. They can switch off the type and they can give us a region variant, and they can say us a simple story. It lived in Kanto in that way, so it was like that. But when it came to Alola, it changed its way, so it changes its type. So as you can see, that is my favorite type for Aerodactyl. So I think it's good. It's gonna be a good thing. So if they don't do that, I mean, the mega evolutions is gonna get dark, and people are gonna not forget about them. They're still gonna remember that, even though how dark you get. So that's my I know thought. And number three would be Tauros. As you can see above, Tauros is an amazing Pokemon, and again, it's my fond memories that made me think about Tauros, because Ash getting 30 Pokemons and not using them at all, pretty much, using just one for couple of times and that's it. Other 29 Pokemons are running ragged around Oak's lab is the thing that I most remember. So, the ground typing of Tauros is amazing, but as you can see in the design above, getting an armor-like thing and becoming a steel type would be so amazing, because we have already seen Tauros in Alola, Sun and Moon. They were like the right Pokemons, and they said like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is gonna taking place in an alternate universe, different story, different characters, different Pokemons and everything. So instead of them overhauling the entire Pokemon of the Sun and Moon Pokédex, which by the way they released only 80 Pokemons in the summon generation, so we all know that something was up. So instead of separating like 80 Pokemons, 80 Pokemons, they could have given us a little bit more of Alolan forms, instead of trying to be like more clever and thinking of new Pokemon. So Alolan Tauros would be so much better than the normal one, with the steel typing, the armor design. Oh, it would look so sick, and I just want it simple as that. And number two is my favorite flying type of all time. However the 8th generation, 9th generation, 10th generation is gonna be, I don't care. This Pokemon is amazing just because I envy it. Simple as that. I mean, look at that majestic creature right there, right in the photo. Look at that hair. You think you will have that hair? You think I'm having that hair? No one has that hair. I know I'm saying hair a lot, but damn, look at that. No one ever gets that. So just for that, I envy this Pokemon, and I love that Pokemon so much. Staraptor is so good, though they always try to make the first bird Pokemon a dumb one. From generation one, you know this. If you are a Pokemon fan, you know that from generation one, every Pokemon, the first flying type you meet is stupidity. The best example would be Pidao, the dumb bastard. But Staraptor was a little bit different. It's an intimidating Pokemon. It has literally has intimidate. And not just that, Staraptor, threatens his prey by just looking. So it's scary, and if you can see them, it's kind of a like a mega evolution design. But for me, like, that can be an Alolan design as well, since it's not a fighting type or anything, but it can learn fighting type moves like close combat. So they can just add a fighting type in the mix, like, and they can just say flying and fighting. It'll be just okay for me, instead of that mega evolution design they have for it. They can just remove it, and then they can just give it a Alolan variant of it. So it'll be just a good addition and a good twist to the Pokemon. So that's my just my favorite Pokemon. So I want to see an Alolan version of it. Number one, this Pokemon little bit beats Staraptor in the rating for my favorite Pokemon of all time. So all you gotta know about me is I love two Pokemons in the whole world. My favorite starter, Torterra, and my favorite Pokemon, not non-starter, normal type Pokemon, Ursaring. It's just a teddy bear. It's what kid used to have when they sleep at night, and that's cute Pokemon like Teddy Ursa. But when it evolves, it becomes so violent, arrogant, Ursaring. It's a hibernating Pokemon. It switch places, and you don't want to disturb its eco, and it's always angry, and so it's a cool Pokemon, guys. It's just amazing Pokemon. But when it comes to like Ursaring, it doesn't sit well with forests. It doesn't sit well with trees and stuff like that. But if they give it an Alolan version of it, like it came to Alola and settled in the forest, there are bears in Hawaii, so why not in Alola? Alola is based on Hawaii Islands. So in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, they can give an Alolan Ursaring instead of that damn Stuffle, which is like idiotic. After like 2 or 3 episodes in the anime, you will get pretty much annoying of that Stuffle. So they can give they can refresh memory, and they can just make us a little bit calm by seeing a known Pokemon but in a different version. Instead of giving it a mega evolution and making it more annoying or arrogant, they can just tell us this is the story. It came here, it changed its habitat, so because of that it evolved into a Pokemon that is like this. So for me, like, its normal typing would be great, but they can just stick with the normal type. So I think normal and dark would be nice, since looking at its design. But normal and fighting would also be great. But just a speculation, guys. It's not gonna happen for sure. 100% it's not gonna happen. But speculating is always fun, right? So this is my speculation, guys. That's pretty much it. This is my top 5 Pokemon that I wanna see. Nintendo should give a mega evolutions or Alola forms or anything, or specific Zemus for something. Like these 5 Pokemons have gone out of the radar, but these 5 are the amazing Pokemons in the Nintendo Pokemon world. So they need to give some love to these Pokemons. I wanna see some new style, new moves and stuff like that for these Pokemons. So that's pretty much it, guys. This is the Speculative Monday series that is continuing on. So if you like this series, please watch the entire playlist. I'll leave a link down below, obviously. Please hit the like button, share the video with your friends, share it in your social media so the channel can have a reach. Subscribe to the channel, obviously, for everything that is gaming. So thank you guys pretty much for watching the video. This is a Peculiar Cavalier here, and you've been an amazing audience. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Let it go.